Hello and welcome. This is the Pow Wow Nation show here at PowWows.com. This is the show we do just to interact each week with the community. Used to do the show every Thursday night at 9, but I'm trying some different things. We're going to try some different times and see if it's more convenient for people. So I'd love to hear from you. If you have a preferred time, let's talk about it. Today I want to catch you up on some things that are going on here at PowWows.com, some things I've been up to. But first, I do want to say I'm doing some experiments today. So if things don't work quite right, please give me a little grace. First, I'm trying, I use Ecamm. If you want to know more about that for streaming, ecamm.com/powwows. They've been great to work with. I've been using their software for years, and they have a new beta version, and I'm trying that out. One of the things it lets me do is stream horizontal and vertical at the same time. So if you are watching and you see this in a vertical, let me know. I'd love to see how it is performing. So on Facebook and YouTube, it should be going out in both formats. So we're trying that. I'm also going to experiment with I'm going to try to do a drawing right here on this live. So PowWows.com/spin. At the end of this live, I will spin a wheel for everybody who's entered, and we'll give away some stickers. And I don't have them with me. I'm going to have to grab them in a second to show you what the sticker looks like. I literally forgot to grab them. Anyways, it's our 30th anniversary, and I'm going to give away 10 of those stickers. So just go to PowWows.com/spin, and it gets you into that. And I'm only promoting that right here on this live. So we're going to try that and see if you like that. If not, it just for people here can enter. So go hit that button. All right. And I'd love to hear, put in the comments you have questions. We can talk about it. But I do have some topics to go over. First, I do want to say, if you are in the path of this storm, hey, hunker down, get what you need, charge your batteries. I've got a stack of, I've been charging every little battery I could find for our devices. We're going to go run some errands tonight to make sure we have what we need. Yeah, it's going to be, if you're in the East Coast and the Southeast, even as far back as Texas, hey, this is going to be a rough weekend. So be safe out there. Stay home after this thing starts. I'm in South Carolina. We're looking to get mostly ice. So our stage is really not set up for that. So I'm hoping that we come through it okay. Hello. That shows up a little weird over here. So let me experiment. Again, we're trying some things here. The comments are showing up weird over on the vertical, but at least it's showing up. Good morning. Good Friday morning. All right, hold on. We're going to get this. Oh, almost got it. I deleted it instead. Okay. How's that look? That looks pretty good, right? On vertical? Okay. Very cool. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Again, PowWows.com/spin. Get in on that contest. Yeah, if you're in the weather, be safe out there, folks. It's going to be a crazy, crazy weekend. Sue Indian, hello. Welcome. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. All right, let's go over some things that are going on that I want to catch you up on. Let's see. First, let's talk about upcoming powwows. These are the ones that we have on our calendar right now. PowWows.com/calendar. We are updating it as fast as we can. And I know I've had a lot of people ask, yes, we do have powwows already listed for 2026. We've got some out as far as October, November already. But we are dependent on powwow organizers sending us their information. Not everybody puts out their information right at the beginning of 2026. So we're still waiting on some things. Check back often. But let's go over what's going on in the next couple of weeks. So first up, over in Concho, Oklahoma, we've got the All Nations Recovery Benefit Powwow happening. This is a one-day powwow happening, and it looks like it's going to have some good folks over there and a special. So that's cool. Winter Jam is happening this weekend. It'll be tomorrow, and we are actually streaming this live on PowWows.com, so check that out on our socials. But that's in Bismarck, North Dakota. Michael and his wife, Dolores, are heading up there. Friend Rusty Gillette is AD. Whitney is going to be the MC, so they've got a good staff up there. We'll be streaming it. The singing contest is looking pretty good. So check that out if you are in that area. Let's see, over in Illinois, the Great River Eagle Days Winter Gathering is happening. And there, speaking of, I said his name, there he is. Michael Gabbard is here. That comment's still not showing up right on. Okay, we're gonna have to work on that. Anne from Scotland. Hey, thanks, Anne, for being here. That's very cool. Devin, good morning. Good morning. So I'm just now, these comments just flooded in. Jesse says, are you setting up for Winter Jam? Yes, Michael is heading that way. Drive safe, Michael, and everybody heading up there. Rita, hello, hello. Leela, welcome, welcome. Bianca says, Wisconsin is freezing. Yeah, I think Michael told me yesterday over in Minnesota, it's like, what did you say, Michael? It's uh minus 15 or something ridiculous. I mean, it's 52 here and I'm cold. I know that's not very cold, but we're getting cold tomorrow. Well, cold for us, anyways. All right, going back to this. So yeah, Illinois got that going on. Quincy, Illinois. Then we head over to Tucson, Arizona, the American Indian Arts Exposition. This is going on for several weeks up over there in Tucson. So go check that out. 60 different tribal nations represented. Some good shopping going on. Then back to Florida for the Seminole Tribal Fair. We'll be back again this year, working with them to stream that powwow. So if you're not able to make it to Hollywood, Florida, you can tune in here. But this is a good one you don't want to miss. Check out the head staff on this one. Let me pull up the flyer. Joaquin Hamilton, MC, along with Ruben Littlehead. Again, Rusty's over there as one of the arena directors. And they have some really good specials going on as well. So yeah, make sure you go check them out. That is in Hollywood, Florida. Then over in Torrance, California, we've got the 28th annual Wild Horse Powwow happening January 31st through the February 1st. That's going to be a good one out there. Annual Gourd and Stomp Dance. Annual Gourd and Stomp Dance is happening over in Oklahoma. And Michael says it is still minus 21 this morning with a minus 42 wind chill. Dude, no thank you. I don't have clothes for minus 42. All right, Winter Gathering down over in Miami, Oklahoma. That's a one-day powwow, Saturday, January 31st. So check that out. JR Lone Lodge, Arena Director. All right, JR. And then another one that Michael will be attending and streaming for PowWows.com over in Shakopee is the Big Mac Round Dance Memorial. Love streaming some round dances. That is going to be super fun. Here's the full flyer. And they've got some contests going on as well. That's going to be a fun one. Don't miss out on that. If you're in the area, stop by for sure. That's going to be a great one. All right, let me flip back over. Again, I'm still learning. This software is pretty good, but I am having to learn a few things. Gerd says, wishing you all the very best from Norway. Speaking of having clothes for cold weather, I'm sure minus 42 is probably, you probably get to see that over there, but thanks for tuning in today. That's pretty awesome. All right. Catching up on a few things for me personally. I just got back from PodFest. It was a conference all for podcasters, video producers, that kind of thing. I'm always looking for new shows. So if you like listening to podcasts, I'd love to hear what you're listening to, what you like. I've got a couple shows that I've been listening to forever, and they're good, like topical, of course, Disney and disc golf, the two things I like to do outside of my daily work. Those are two fun podcasts or two topics, but I'm always looking for good shows too. Loved, what was the show? Oh man, Serial. That's been a great show. This Land, covering some of the ICWA and some of the issues on tribal sovereignty. That was really well produced by Crooked Media. Anyways, yeah, I'd love to hear your podcast recommendations. Terry says Minnesota is minus 10. Okay. So the other thing, if you are not already a member, and don't forget PowWows.com/spin, you can enter that. We are going to do the drawing before we end this live stream. Go check out our new community platform. It's free to join. It is over at circle.powwows.com. And it is our own community platform with lots of discussions, lots of conversations going on. It's like our own social media platform without having to depend on the algorithms and somebody else telling you what you get to see and what you are interested in. So it's our own thing. It's all us there. Come check it out. We've got over 340 members in there now, and it is super fun. I'm having a great time with discussions. We this month we did a a a daily challenge. We do one every month. This month we did one on habits, as well as we did one on a native word of the day for the first 7 days. So that was kind of fun, and people trying to work some of that into their daily routine. So that's fun. Come check us out over there, circle.powwows.com. All right. Now I am going to pause this for a second. Well, not pause it. I'm just going to put it on a graphic so I can go grab the 30th anniversary sticker. Okay, I'm back. So here is the 30th anniversary sticker. Check it out. There you go. We'll give 10 of these away at the end of the show. So come check that out. Also experimenting with the new camera angle, seeing how that looks. Kind of cool. You get a little bit different view of the office and some of my lighting and stuff. So again, just experimenting today. All right, let's check. Aisha says, just checking in on you guys. Hey, we all need to check in on each other, and especially check in with your elders and family this weekend. Make sure they have blankets. I hear you're coming to Crow Country. Oh, yeah. Well, so we did live stream Crow Fair last year. Michael went up there for that. But yes, I believe we are going to work with them on their hand game tournament as well. Rita says here in mid Missouri, it's going to be 1 degree tonight. Oh, yeah. You should be getting the snow here soon, right? I think it's about there. All right. We got somebody from Manitoba watching. Awesome. Speaking of Manitoba, I actually interviewed Lisa Meeches, who is the founder, creator of Manitowabi. Powwow interviewed her earlier this week. That'll be going out next week on our podcast. She is working. She's been working on a TV series for a while. She's got a new season coming out called Taken that really goes in depth into the missing and murdered Indigenous women in the Manitoba area. So look for that interview coming out soon. Okay, how do I win prizes? PowWows.com/spin is how you can win today. We do have another giveaway going. Hold on. PowWows.com/win. I just turned my monitor off by moving. Okay, so this is the experiment show today for sure. On my desk, if I hit this button, it turns my monitor off. I've got to adjust it. Anyways, so we do have another one going on where we're giving away some Pendleton travel bags. PowWows.com/win. And you also asked a question or said there are no powwows in Minnesota. Yes, there are. Let me show you if you are interested in finding powwows in your area. Let me show you how to find that, Lori. Just head on over to powwows.com and then type in your state. And that will pull up our calendar with just powwows in your area. And look at all the ones going on in Minnesota. Shakopee, White Earth, Prairie Island. There's lots of them in your area. Just go check that out. Or you can just Google powwows in Minnesota. It should bring you right to our page. So you can check that out. Let's see. Let me pull back here. And I need to take another break because my wife is coming upstairs and I have the door open. So she is going to hear me streaming. Hey, I had to leave the door open because the cat's still in here. The cat's asleep in my office. I didn't want to close the door and not let her out. Wynn says, hello, I'm from Holland. Woo. Good on you for taking care of your friend. Sorry to hear that. All right, but thanks for tuning in today. Leah asked, how do you get interviewed by PowWows.com to be on the podcast? Hey, we're always looking for guests. I do have somebody that helps me schedule that, but just shoot me a message, paul@powwows.com, and we'd be glad to talk with you and try to get you on the schedule. Again, powwows.com/spin. Here is what I'm giving 10 of these away. Speaking of interviews, our interview that went out this week, I do want to show you a small clip of it. The video is on our YouTube channel now for subscribers, and it will go public in a couple of days. It is out on our podcast already, but let me show you a little clip of that. We're super excited. I'm wearing the same thing. Love my Roosevelt shirts, but I shouldn't. Forgot I wore that. This was last week when I was down at Podfest. I got to interview Kaylee Reis. She is in the new movie Mercy, starring Chris Pratt. It's a really cool futuristic movie about AI and using AI in justice. So, kind of an interesting concept. Think Minority Report with AI. So, I was able to interview her and actually got to see an early screening of the film. So, I've posted my review over on PowWows.com as well as the interview. And here's just a small clip of that.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I bring representation to anything I do, especially with the trajectory of my career. It's taken such a fast toll. And, I love to tell Indigenous stories, Cape Verdean stories, Black stories, whatever I can do, because we don't have those stories told enough.
Welcome. So she is Wampanoag and is in that movie. She's also a 2-division world champion boxer. So yeah, go check that out. We have it on all of our socials as well as our podcast. Gabe, hello, good afternoon, sir. Appreciate you tuning in. All right, I'm gonna check and see if we have some people entered into the contest. Keep entering PowWows.com/spin. Let's see if this experiment did work. Oops, yeah, that one. All right. All right, so go PowWows.com/spin. Has anybody tried it yet? Doesn't look like we have anybody entered yet. And if there was an issue, if it's not working, let me know. Let me try it. Okay, it did work for me. Okay. All right, well, if you're interested, we are going to give that sticker away here in a few minutes. And I'll take any questions you have. Oh, that's the other thing we've been doing that I do need to cover. So for our 30th anniversary, we are doing a cool thing this summer. We're going to have a big celebration June, July, and August. And what we're going to do for that is highlight 30 brands for 30 years. And so I'm working with 30 different native companies. We're getting the list together now. I think we have 7 or 8 already committed. And as they send in their things, I'm doing unboxing the prizes or the things they've sent in. And then June, July, August, we will put all of that in a giveaway and just give away a ton of stuff. So I had the first 2 came in, and I posted that. Let me see. Let me show you one of them because the stuff is so cool. Where is it? There it is. So let me pull this up just so you can see a little bit of that video. I'm super excited to be able to work with them, all these different companies. It's going to be some awesome stuff. So let's see. Hold on. Here it is. For branding. Let me see if this one is from Sequoia Soaps. Yeah, it's not sealed. So the thing they gave 2 of these boxes that they put together. Look how well themed that is. Super cool. It is filled with soaps and lotions, moon box, and a sticker and all kinds of things. So that's just one of the prizes in this big giveaway that we'll be doing later this year. So check that out if you are interested in entering that. All right, we got a couple people entered into the giveaway. PowWows.com/spin. Go check that out. Let's see. Any more comments that I missed? Yeah, Leela, please, email me, Paul@PowWows.com. Would love to hear more about what you're doing over there. All right. I think that's all the comments. So we're going to hit spin. And let me flip over. All right, last chance, PowWows.com/spin if you want to enter that. Last chance, last call. PowWows.com/spin. Enter it in a, just open a new tab. You can go over there and check that out. Trying to make sure I got everything set up before I spin the wheel. Did anybody watch this on a vertical? I am curious if that worked. All right, here we go. Over to here, and here are the winners from today's spin. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate everybody being here. Gabe says powwow tomorrow in Bismarck. Yep, Mike's heading that way. Winter Jam. All right, congrats to the winners. I will email everybody after this who wins. Oh, it messed up. Hold on. Sorry, let's try that again. Okay, it still didn't work. All right, well, I will message people that entered. Again, today was an experiment, seeing if we could get a couple more things to work. But thanks so much for tuning in today. We're going to try some different times with this show. This is our Pow Wow Nation Live, where it's just a time to connect with you guys over at PowWows.com. So thanks for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Please, if you can, stay off the road. Stay home. Go get your milk, your bread, and what you need. Charge up your batteries. Download some shows on your phone, because it could be a long weekend without power. But stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you soon.